for South Africa.
It was a long walk Nelson Mandela took. A walk that lasted nearly a century. A walk to freedom and human dignity. A walk he ended up taking the whole world on along with him.
On behalf of our rainbow nation, I welcome you all.
Nelson Mandela towered over his time. A moral and political leader of surpassing strength, implacable determination, and profound decency.
I am the product of Africa and have long cherished dreams of a rebirth that can now be realized so that all of our children may play in the sun.
Mandela was born in 1918 into the royal family of the Tembu people, but he grew up under apartheid, the vicious system of racial segregation and oppression by which the white minority ruled South Africa. It's hard today to imagine the pure evil of that system. Abject poverty for blacks and severe restrictions on travel, education, and employment. Whites enjoyed all the power and riches in this rich country. Mandela's tribal name, Holy Tata, meant troublemaker, so perhaps it was his destiny. Because he quickly rose to prominence as a lawyer, founding the country's first black law firm and leading agitator for change. Especially after the terrible Sharpeville massacre in 1960, when he and the African National Congress took up armed struggle.
There are many people who feel that it is useless and futile for us to continue talking peace and non-violence against a government whose reply is only savage attacks on an unarmed and defenseless people.
Mandela was a born leader, and so in 1964 the apartheid government tried him for treason and sought the death penalty. His opening statement to the court electrified the country.
I have cherished the idea of a democratic and free society. It is an ideal for which I hope to live and to see realized. But my Lord, if it needs be, it is an ideal for which I am prepared to die.
Mandela was sentenced to life imprisonment and sent to the notorious Robben Island prison, and he was not heard from for nearly 30 years. He was just prisoner number 46664. The years passed in prison. Mandela became a myth, a global symbol for the fight against apartheid. And then, in 1990, the South African government, under increasing pressure and isolated in the world, suddenly yielded.
Mr. Nelson Mandela will be released at the Victor Verster prison.
It was an amazing moment. When Mandela walked out of prison on February 11, 1990, the world rejoiced. After his release, there was, miraculously it seemed, no trace of bitterness for what he'd endured, but his resolve was unbroken.
Today, the majority of South Africans, black and white, recognize that apartheid has no future.
He worked with his former enemy, Prime Minister F.W. de Klerk, to move toward free elections and the end of apartheid. He and de Klerk were jointly awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 1993, and then the following year, this. The world again looked on in wonder and joy as millions of black South Africans lined up to vote for the first time. Nelson Mandela was elected president in a landslide.
So help me God.
A few months later, at his inauguration, attended by scores of world leaders, he declared a new era for his beloved country.
Never again shall it be that this beautiful land will again experience the oppression of one by another.
Mandela served only one 5-year term, handing the reins to his vice president, Thabo Mbeki. The years had taken their toll. Mandela and his wife Winnie divorced in 1996 after a 4-year separation. After leaving office, Mandela took on the role of elder world statesman, fighting injustice not only in South Africa, but also in the rest of the world. He married his third wife and longtime companion, Graça Machel, on his 80th birthday, and content at last, made an effort to retreat from public life.
Don't call me. I'll call you.
His public appearances